Hello and welcome to Leeroy Gaming, where today we continue our coverage of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. And in today's video, we are going to be looking at all the brand new feats that are coming to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So if you're coming from Pathfinder Kingmaker and you only care about the newest feats, then all you got to do is check out this video. And then you're also going to want to check out my other video that should be popping up as a link and also included below in the description that focuses on the brand new mythical feats. So with that all being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Now, do note, I'm going to have timestamps for all the feats featured in the description below as well. So make sure to take advantage of that. And if you're enjoying this content, keep it simple and hit the like button. All right. So let's go ahead and begin with the very first feat that is new to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and that's going to be Brew Potions. Now this was specifically added to coincide with the new brewing potion activity that happens at the campsite whenever you rest. So you're going to be able to create a variety of different potions depending on the materials you have to use across your adventure. So that is the first one. Now next, we're going to have Destructive Dispel. Now, basically with this feat, when you successfully make a targeted Dispel check against an opponent, that opponent must succeed a Fortitude save DC equal to the DC of the spell used to dispel or be stunned until the start of your next turn. If the save succeeds, the opponent is instead sickened until the start of your next turn. So either sickened or stunned. Not too bad. Next, we're going to have Dispel Synergy. And with this feat, if you successfully dispel an ongoing magical effect on an opponent, that opponent takes a -2 penalty on saving throws against your spells for 1 round. Next, we have another feat that is related to the camping activity, and that is Scribe Scroll Feat, which allows you to craft scrolls during the camping phase, very similar to the potion brewing, except now you can create a variety of scrolls. Okay, now next, we're going to have to scroll down quite a bit here. Let's find it. It's going to be one of a couple of feats that are specific to the new Dhampir race. The first one's called Blood Drinker. 3 times per day, you can drink blood from an unconscious, helpless, sleeping, or paralyzed living creature. You can also drink blood from a corpse of a living creature. Whenever you drink blood from such a creature, you gain 5 temporary hit points, +5 for every 3 hit dice you have, and a +1 bonus on Fortitude save throws. And this effect lasts 1 hour. The next related feat is Blood Feaster, and it requires not only for you to be a Dhampir, but for you to also have taken the Blood Drinker feat prior. So whenever you use the Blood Drinker feat, you gain a +2 bonus on damage rolls and a +1 bonus on athletics checks. This bonus lasts for a number of rounds equal to 1/2 of your hit dice, which is basically 1/2 of your levels, total levels. Okay, next, we have the Shield Bash feat. So this requires you to have proficiency with either a buckler, light, or heavy shield. You may attack with a light and heavy shields. This incurs standard penalties for 2-weapon fighting if you have a weapon in your other hand. A light shield deals 1d4 damage and is considered a light weapon. A heavy shield deals 1d6 damage and is considered a one-handed weapon. Okay, next we have Disarming Strike. Let's find out really quick. All right, Disarming Strike. It requires the Disarm feat, an intelligence of 13, and a base attack bonus of 9. So benefit, whenever you score a critical hit with a melee attack, you can disarm your opponent in addition to the normal damage dealt by the attack. If your confirmation roll exceeds your opponent's CMD, you may disarm your opponent as if from the disarm combat maneuver. This does not provoke an attack of opportunity. Normally, you need to perform a disarm combat maneuver to disarm an opponent. Very special note here, you can only apply the effect of one of the following feats to a given critical hit: Bull Rush Strike, Disarming Strike, Repositioning Strike, Sundering Strike, or Tripping Strike. You may choose to use this feat after you make your confirmation roll. Next, we have Disruptive Feat. See here. And this requires fighter level 16 or Arcane. The DC to cast spells defensively increases by +4 for all enemies are within 10 feet of you. All right, next we have Echoes of the Stone Feat. And this requires you to be of the new Oread race. You gain a +4 racial bonus on perception checks and a +2 bonus on initiative rolls underground. Next, we have Extra Bloodrager Feats. Extra Bloodrager Feat. And this is also going to be, or Extra Blood Rage rather, my apologies. Namely new because they have just added the Blood Rager. So benefit, you can Blood Rage for 6 additional rounds per day, and you can gain this multiple times. All right, next we have Greater Snapshot Feat. Here, let me find out for you guys. There it is. This requires Point Blank Master, Improved Snapshot, a base attack bonus of 12, and dexterity of 17. You threaten an additional 5 feet with Snapshot, which also will be a new feat. Additionally, whenever you make an attack of opportunity using a ranged weapon and hit, you gain a +2 bonus on a damage roll and a +2 bonus on rolls to confirm critical hit with the attack. These bonuses increase to +4 when you have a base attack bonus of +16, and to +6 when you have a base attack bonus of +20. All right. Next, we have the Advanced Improved Critical line. And there's going to be 3 of them. So let me kind of show you these. So we start with Improved Critical, which of course requires Improved Critical. And this will, your threat range increase by 1. There's Improved Critical, which again, when using your selected weapon and having a minimum base attack bonus of 8 and Improved Critical, your threat range is increased yet again by 1. And then, not to be forgotten, requiring base attack bonus of 8, Perception rank 2 as the other ones. Improved Critical also is a requirement, and this allows you, with the selected weapon, for your critical multiplier to be increased by 1 yet again. All right. Next we have Improved Snapshot. And again, with this, you requires Point Blank Shot, Snapshot, Base Attack, bonus 9, Rapid Shot. You threaten an additional 5 feet with Snapshot. So again, this is in addition to the Greater Snapshot that we already looked at. Then we have Indomitable Mount. Take a look at that one. It requires 5 ranks in mobility, and once per round, when your mount fails a saving throw, you can make a mobility check. Your mount makes its saving throw if your mobility check results is greater than the DC of the opponent's attack. All right. Next, we have Life Dominant Soul Feat. This also requires you to be a Dhampir. You are healed by both channel positive energy used to heal living creatures and channel negative energy used to heal undead, but both only heal half the normal amount. You still take damage from positive energy used to harm undead, such as that from a channeled energy and lay on hands. All right, next, we have the series of magical tail feats. So these are unique to the Kitsune race. It requires the magical tail element of the Kitsune. And this can be taken up to 8 times. And the way it works is you gain a new spell-like ability, each usable twice per day from the following list and in order. So the first time you get it, you get access to Vanish. The second time you get access to Sleep. Third time to Blur. Then Invisibility. Then Deep Slumber. Then Displacement, followed by Confusion. And finally, if you get all 8 of these, you get Dominate Person. For example, the first time you select the feat, you gain Disguise Self for twice a day. Second time you select this feat, you gain Charm Person twice a day. Your cast level for these spells is equal to your hit dice. DCs for these abilities are charisma based. Now, this is a big investment, up to 8 feats. Questionable whether that's worth it, but it is an option. All right, next we have Mounted Combat Feat. So it is new to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, where you can actually mount companions. Rather like horses and a different kind of animal mounts. Not your, you can't mount your human companions. Requires 1 rank in mobility, and once per round, when your mount is hit by combat, your attempt a mobility check to negate the hit. The hit is negated if your mobility check result is greater than the opponent's attack roll. Next, we have Mounted Shield Feat. Requires shield focus and mounted combat. You may add your base shield bonus, including bonus from shield focus, but not including enhancement bonuses through your mount's AC, which will probably be already really high. Because the companions in this game get insane AC stacking, especially now that they get their own little classes and feats, and you can get them to actually equip armor. Next, we have Murmurs of Earth. This is unique to the Oread race. Requires the Echoes of Stone feat as well as a character level 9. You become aware of all creatures within 15 feet that are in contact with the ground. Next, we have Natural Charmer, yet another Dhampir feat. Requires you to be a Dhampir and a charisma of 17. Once per day, you can take 20 on your next persuasion skill check. All right, next we have Perfect Strike. So this requires improved unarmed strike, dexterity of 13, wisdom of 13, base attack bonus of 8, as well as intelligence of 3. You must declare that you are using this feat before you make your attack roll. Thus, a failed attack roll ruins the attempt. You can roll your attack roll twice and take the highest result. You may attempt a perfect strike once per day for every 4 levels you have attained. Unique to Zen archers, they receive perfect strike as a bonus feat at first level. Even if they do not meet their prerequisites, a monk may attempt a perfect strike attack a number of times equal to their monk level, plus 1 more time per day for every 4 levels he has in the classes other than monk. So it's especially good for Zen archer monks. Okay, next we have the Snapshot, and this is the baseline ability that is required for the improved and greater Snapshot as well. So let's take a look at that. This requires Precision Shot, base attack bonus 6, and Point Blank Master. While wielding a ranged weapon, you threaten squares within your melee reach. You can make attacks of opportunity with that ranged weapon. You do not provoke attacks of opportunity when making ranged attacks as an attack of opportunity. So that is huge, because normally when you move out of direct combat with a ranged character, you don't provoke attacks of opportunity. And as we saw with the improved and greater variants, you can increase that range, so it can be especially deadly if you ever would move away from a ranged character. Okay, next we have Spirited Charge feat. It requires mounted combat. When mounted and using charge action, you deal double damage with melee weapons. Very straightforward. Next, we have Stat Focus Feat. I'm sure this is a highly requested feat. Surprised it wasn't in Kingmaker. Requires perception to ranks, and you gain a +1 mythic bonus to the selected stat. This is important because since it's a mythic bonus, it's going to stack with any enhancement bonuses and any other bonuses that you're likely to get. Next, we have Stony Step Feat. It requires you to be an Oread of the Oread race. You gain a +2 racial bonus on mobility checks and ignore difficult terrain underground. Next, we have the Trample Feat. And this requires mounted combat. You gain the ability to trample enemies while riding your mount. If the trample is successful, your mount deals damage to the target, knocking them prone by the trample as if it was hit with one natural attack. Okay. And then we have Vulpine Pounce. This is unique to the Kitsune and requires a base attack bonus of 10, and you gain Pounce in your Kitsume form. That's a big deal. Pounce, for those of you that don't know, it's like a charge, but at the end of the charge, you get to do your full attack as opposed to just a standard attack. So you have multiple attacks. This becomes way, way more powerful. Probably the base racial feat that I have seen. Okay, and then last but not least, we have Warrior Priest. This requires domain selection or mystery or an ability to cast divine spells of first level. You gain a +1 bonus on initiative checks and a +2 concentration, a bonus to concentration checks. So from my experience and cross-referencing my Kingmaker game with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, these are the new feats that I found. If I missed anything, please feel free to leave a comment below, or if you have any questions. And with that, guys, this is Leeroy with Leeroy Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next video.